Welcome to Belgium. Today we're visiting one of the most surprising grocery stores in the world, Colruyt. It's no frills in its purest form, ultra efficient. Maybe not the nicest grocery shopping experience in a country full of beautiful stores, but still the undisputed market leader. Welcome to Colruyt, the lowest prices on every product, anytime, in Brussels, Belgium. The first view we want to share of this amazing store is the checkout, and it's a unique one you don't often see around the world. Here's how it works. You arrive with your full shopping cart, and the staff will scan each item, transferring everything into a second, empty cart. Once that's done, you bring the second cart here, pay, and that's it, bye-bye. A very pragmatic and efficient system. Pragmatic will be the keyword for this store tour. As you can see, the entrance isn't flashy. This is one of the best examples of a no-frills approach. Look around. Nothing fancy, everything purely functional. Sure, you might spot a product display here and there. They are in line with the store philosophy, very pragmatic. Not your everyday setup, huh? Here, the wine and spirits welcome you before anything else, and that's no accident. Why? Because alcohol tends to be a higher-priced item. By placing it at the very start of your shopping trip, you're more likely to pick it up early and feel less guilty about the cost by the time you reach the checkout. It's a smart bit of psychology, and a pragmatic one, too. Compared to other product categories, the alcohol section has a surprisingly wide assortment. This is notable because, as you'll see later in the tour, Colruyt typically focuses on key items rather than offering endless choices. This coffee selection is also a bit of a counterexample. Selection is quite large too. Just look at how the meat and deli section is presented. It's very simple, very efficient, just these fridges, with a pretty nice selection. You even have a butcher in the back, their craftsmanship, at the lowest price. And here, you can see some really nice cuts and freshly prepared items. Belgian food is just so good. You'll also find pizzas and ready-to-eat meals, and honestly, they are delicious. If you ever go to Belgium, make sure to try them. Now, for the rest of the meat, it's all packed in a very efficient way. Not too many choices, just the important ones. And yes, they carry big brands too, always at the lowest market price. The fresh bread section is also really popular. You can see there's quite a large choice, from white bread to brown bread, and a few other kinds of fresh loaves. And if you prefer something quicker, there are also pre-packed options, like sandwiches or different types of ready-to-go breads on the side. What's always fun when you walk through a Colruyt store, you honestly have no idea what year you're in. Would you guess this is 2010 or 2025? It's impossible to tell. Anyway, back to the products. There's a really nice selection of jams, and of course, Nutella gets a huge amount of shelf space, right next to some delicious Belgian waffles. It's a bit of a national treasure, honestly. You'll also find a big cookie section, with well-known brands like Milka, their own private label, and even classic Belgian names like Jules Destrooper and Del Acre. You also have, of course, Belgian chocolates, with Côte d'Or, which is one of the most famous brands in the country, and yes, it's absolutely delicious. You can see how large the selection is, almost 2 full shelves. Then you've got candies and more international products like Ferrero Rocher, Merci, and other assorted treats. Now, something that's really big in Belgium, it's the confectionery section. The selection is huge. Right after that, you'll find mints and breath fresheners, with global brands like Mentos, followed by household products and some basic kitchen accessories. And voila, we move on. Take a look at the end caps, very no frills. They just place the products with a little sign that says action, which means a special deal, and that's it. Simple and clear. You know you're getting a good price. Again, this is truly one of the best no-frills shopping experiences you can have. Look here at the shelves. For example, take the rice section. It's presented very simply. You've got both branded options and private label. Now let's take a closer look at the pasta, because it's always a good example. You'll see some international brands, like Barilla, and what's interesting is that they offer both 1 kilo packs and 500 gram packs. One pack of pasta is 1.85 euros, which is a good price. And right next to it, you mostly see their private label alternatives. That's really how their shelving works, efficient and focused. And remember earlier, I mentioned how extensive the wine section was. Take Pringles, for example, just a few flavors, not many. They also do tasting setups, like the one shown here. Once again, a very pragmatic and efficient way of working. When you look at the rest of the shelves, you'll notice there are a lot of chips. Belgium is actually pretty big on chips, and here again, it's a very simple, no-frills presentation. Like I said, pretty much every end cap is an action deal, and they keep it consistent throughout the store. Now, something else that's interesting is how they present essential products, like flour. There's a nice selection, but again, they just place the packs right on the shelves, super straightforward. And when the packs are bigger, they even leave them inside the shipping plastic. Here, let's take a closer look at another action section. They add a little bit of decor on top of the shelf, and then place the actual product deals right underneath. Just a heads up, getting the top card spot does come at a cost. Now we're getting to the beer section. Jupiler is the #1 beer here, followed by Stella Artois, which is from the same group. Then you've got all the local and specialty beers. Most of the beers come in plastic-wrapped 6-packs, so it's designed for easy bulk buying. Beer crates are also really popular here. And the selection is massive. Here's a clear example. They put a label directly on the pack, so you instantly know what the product is, and they don't have to worry about displaying individual items when they don't need to. Quick preview of the sodas. Now we're entering the fresh produce section, again, always at the best price. And actually, you can almost think of this as the Costco section. There's a dedicated refrigerated room where everything is displayed in a super efficient and easy to shop way. You'll first find all the fresh fruits and vegetables, and then everything that needs to stay cold, from dairy to eggs, pizzas, cheese, and of course, creamy products and desserts. The selection is quite large, and it's all kept in this separate cold zone to maintain the right temperature, just like they do at Costco. So, curious to know, what's your impression of the store so far? Do you like this kind of ultra-pragmatic, no-fluff layout? Let me know, and if you want to compare, there are Costco tours on the channel as well. Now we're entering the milk aisle, mostly private label brands, with a few local ones in the mix. This is quite a big category, and it flows naturally into baby products. You'll find a little bit of everything here. Right after the groceries and drinks, we move into a surprisingly extensive toy selection. Then of course, diapers, and Colruyt is actually one of the best places to get diapers in Belgium. From there, we shift into health and beauty. You'll spot the signature orange display plate, often showcasing demo products. You'll see familiar brands like Neutrogena and Nivea, plus lots of deodorants and skincare items. Fun fact, they love to sell those in multi-packs, usually 2 at a time. Now, let's take a quick look at some of the basic clothing items they have, and then move into one of the most popular categories, laundry products. As you know, these can get really expensive, so Colruyt makes sure to offer them at the lowest price on the market. The selection is big, including softeners, specialty detergents, and stain removers. And next to that, we've got the rest of the household cleaning products, things like trash bags, multi-surface cleaners, and all the home accessories you need. The toilet cleaning section here is actually nearly as large as the one for dishwashing, which says a lot. Now, there are some things that are just kind of crazy. Right next to the dishwashing products, you'll suddenly find women's hygiene items. And just after that, you get all the adult diapers, soaps, and shampoos, including big brands like Head and Shoulders. On top of beauty products, they also have a quite good choice of health products, as you can see here. You'll see a price that looks good, but look closely, they sell a lot of items in double packs. So the price shown is per unit, but you actually have to buy two. Anyway, just something to be aware of. And now we move into the frozen section. As you can see, no fancy glass doors here. These are classic, white closed-top freezers. Super basic, super no frills, and very much in line with what Colruyt is all about. So that's it for this tour of the very pragmatic Colruyt store. Please watch more.